This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't. It got his man complete. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. A big play there for L.A. 44 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll try a handoff right with Gurley. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10. Gurley again here on first down. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
Come on.
From the red zone now, Watson. Flush to his right. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
You don't want no problem
and with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when we talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
A gritty play there. Put his nose down and got his guys a first. On first and goal, Gurley. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Rams tack on to their advantage.
Apparently the week off hasn't hurt him one bit.
Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right in your playbook, one-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Now Wilson. This complete to Lockett. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards, the final tally. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance, not with him. We've seen it too many times.
This throw complete, Wilson finding Lockett. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Check Mike 47. Check.
This is Grant.
I'm coming.
He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Corey Grant, 34 yards, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Brandon Cooks, the 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, L.A. That kick return falls 1 yard short of the all-time mark as it goes down as a 108-yard return. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. And oh, can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know that makes some adjustments.
Here's Wilson, flushed out right. It's caught, Lockett. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They go play action with Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dante Fowler able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on second down. Now it's Wilson. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down. The Seahawks on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Throwing is Wilson, and that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. They get 6 yards going for it on 4th, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. The ball situated at the 9, 2nd and goal.
Check 26, check 26.
Wilson. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line.
Boom!
Marching in for the sack, Michael Brockers. You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Josh Gordon with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter. One more hurdle here. They need the 2-point conversion to, for the moment, stay alive in these playoffs. He'll look to throw, and it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Keep playing hard.
At their own 19-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive.
Hey, we got to snap it.
Watson down to throw. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's Watson. Dancing to his left. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over. So a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby
You
Wagner.
see me out here?
And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunks and get out of bounds to stop the clock. If they end up running a play and get tackled in bounds, they're worried the clock may run out on them and finish the game.
They have to be careful how they handle this. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
Let's get it. And 58 is a mic. Hey guys, listen. Let him know. Let him know. Check.
Wilson
Check.
to throw.
Check.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
That's what I'm talking about, D. That's what I'm talking about.
Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's third and long here.
Check. Alert. Watch the ship. Hey. Watch the ship.
Now Wilson. Open man is Gordon, complete. A pickup of 27. And they pick up the first down in the process.
58, Mike.
In your face.
They'll run on first down. Grant. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. As they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Hey, let's get some penetration here.
Throwing now is Wilson. They're going to set up the screen here. This is Grant. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Here's Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the second time.
Good work, boys. Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right? And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Extra point attempt to follow here. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory.
Next to score, Seahawks 40, Rams 33.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they will start out in great shape, up very close to midfield.
At their own 49-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They have time here, partner, for just one final heat.
And I have to look at from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone, tip it around and catch it. You've got to have guys back there to defend that. But also, you can't allow the quarterback as much time as he wants to set up and throw it. Maybe you bring a little extra pressure to make sure he gets rid of it quicker.
A little bit of a cat and mouse game. We'll see if they bring that pressure. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship, and do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. From Los Angeles, so long, everybody. Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
To Hunt. 59. Nice, Mike. Check. 59. He runs.
Here's Dalvin Cook, third-year back from Florida State. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. Well, these two teams, the Falcons and the Vikings, have met 30 times since the Falcons' inaugural year in the league back in 1966. The Vikings winning 19 of those games, but maybe the most memorable game between the two was a Falcons victory. That was in the NFC Championship game back in January of '99. Gary Anderson missed a field goal to potentially win it at the end of regulation, and then the Falcons would get the victory in OT 30-27, and they were off to the Super Bowl. On second down, Cook. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Let's make these babies back home.
On third down, Cousins. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Mike's fine.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Draw play, Cousins to Cook. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Hey, let's make it a long day.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
They can't hang with us. Come on.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in, 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
To Hunt. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Cousins from the gun on third. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he takes this one back into the end zone. The Falcon defense has a touchdown. Point after here coming up. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Falcons 7, Vikings nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it?
Here we go.
See that
Here we
happen,
go.
It just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. Lucky 48. Double up.
Now Cousins. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
Don't throw this way.
First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
They run, Devontae Freeman. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
And Falcons fans everywhere excited that Devontae Freeman is back on the field wearing number 24 in the red and black. Remember, he went down in week 2 in 2018 with an injury and didn't return. They're hoping to see the form that's led him to 1,000-yard seasons in 2015 and 2016.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt, just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
At the 32-yard line.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Hey, here I come. Lynch 50. Here I come. Here I come. 25, check 25, check 25. Deuce. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Quaker Omaha.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go, D. Get off. 2. Wait, hot.
Cousins now. Setting up the screen for Cook. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
It's a pickup of 6.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Now Cook, he's got it off the draw, and They see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be third down. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football. They're looking at a 3rd and 6 here to start things out.
Mike, 45. I got you. 382, list 50. Check.
From the gun, here's Cousins. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Hey, let's get in them holes. We got double tight.
First down, here's the run with Cook.
Rhino.
And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. Jamar Taylor will be credited with a tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
First. Mike, check. 59. Let's go, defense. And here we go. Switch it.
Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 28.
22 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, 28 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
As the offense went on the field to start their last drive, you know they discussed in the huddle, hey, if we put one in the end zone here, we've put ourselves in a position to start making a comeback.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around, 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
Shift. General West. Wait. Hey.
From the gun, it's Ryan. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
First down.
Calvin Ridley more than justified his first-round selection in 2018. 64 catches as a rookie and found the end zone 10 times. Did a nice job getting open right there and picking up a first down.
He's scared. 39. Fresno.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Here, baby.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Ryan, he's got Freeman here. It's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 34-yard line.
First down, Falcons.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
15 yards, first down, Atlanta. And now he's really knocking on the door for 700. That is career catch 699. Ryan to the offense with a first and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
Under crunch. Base, take it. Get up.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Get him, boys.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Let him go.
Now it's Ryan. Gets it off to Freeman. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Ready. 70, Indy. Look at me. Door. Check hot route. Hot.
He can run for it, and he will. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up first and goal now.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons push further out in front.
Touchdown, baby, Hey.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7.
Makes the score Falcons 17, Vikings 7.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Get ready.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now Cousins here on the bootleg. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Not today.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Check. 180. Check. 45's the mic. Here it comes. Through. 45.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins.
Man out.
That'll be complete to Cook. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
4th down and less than a yard.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. But it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done. So I think going for it there was the right call.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10, and he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
This boys came out to play. I've been here, brother. Don't be mad.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Record. No. Off. Check. 55. Check. Right there in the middle. 55.
Let's go one more.
Mike. Greystone travel.
You must be getting tired of seeing.
From the 22, Ryan. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Ship. SOS.
Check.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown play. And the Falcons push further out in front. Point after try forthcoming. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Right there.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Got it. Joker, 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 Joker.
Check, check. Check, check. Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
Mike's 5-4, Mike's
Hey, South.
5-4. Mike's 5-4.
Hey, check, check.
To throw is Ryan.
Watch 54.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down.
Ready. Mike 25. Check Mike 54. Mike 58. 21.
Tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Alert flare, alert flare, flare, flare. Kill, kill, kill.
Protein spill.
Check 9.
Sponge, sponge, sponge. No, no.
On first down, Freeman. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Too little, Cupcake.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
Baby, let's go.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Pull it high.
Hatch it.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Ready. Blue 80.
Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4.
54. South. 58.
Let's get that ball.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. This one caught by Ridley. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 30.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Check the backer, check the backer.
South.
Watch the safety creep.
Check, lucky.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And down inside the 15 he goes.
There we go.
17 yards and a first down for Atlanta.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Ready, Blue 80. Blue 80.
Come on, D.
21.
Tight dog.
Now the first carry for Brian Hill. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Mike, 54.
Hey, tight. Whip.
This is Freeman. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Woo! You got him.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2.
Get that ball. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends.
I'm going to come back to you.
Check 50. Check 50.
51. Check safety. Watch twist. Kill.
Look at this, a tight end carry. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2.
Last stop.
No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal.
So it'll be 2nd and goal when we return. We've played 3 quarters, and that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
I got you, boy.
49, check 49. 22.
Mike's 5'4",
They'll look to run with Freeman.
Silver.
And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
91, sub, 2.
They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it, and I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And bring it.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down. A first down throw for Cousins. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 12 yards there, first down Vikings.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Mike, 45.
Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play that tight D. Don't let him breathe, defense.
Check.
Steamer.
Again, it's Cousins. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. To the air again, it's Cousins. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. From 8 yards out, and the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. Now Cousins going to bring his guys up for the two-point try.
I'm trying to collect.
They'll throw again, Cousins. And they're going to get the two-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further.
27, Vikings 15. Dan Bailey to kick off.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Now, there are two scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Let's wait. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off. Let's get off the field.
And an alley to run. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Let's go.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Here's Freeman. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Watch 54. Switch up.
Now Freeman, he's been busy today. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10.
I'm here all day.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
That's it, baby.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Now it's Freeman.
Run.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Atlanta.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space.
You don't want no.
A 20th carry now for Devontae Freeman. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Let's go.
10 yards there and a 1st down for the Falcons. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees.
Here we go.
And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
He will push his way down to about the 14. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 14-yard line.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Falcons, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oakland Raiders and the Denver Broncos. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready?
47. Mike's 47. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
At the 23-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
I can't believe they even let you play.
From the gun, Bowman. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd.
He's checking.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Looking downfield for Jones. He's got a man. Complete. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now, there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Let's go.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Raiders 7, Broncos nothing. Daniel Carlson to kick off for the Raiders.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Ready?
Lock in the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Recon, 132 fighter.
Jam him. Jam.
Shoot.
Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26.
Too easy.
Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
58 for Mike.
Bring it.
Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
There's so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him.
Blue draw Corkers. Hey, exit.
Check.
Get it.
On play action, Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Deion Buchanan leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete.
Mike 52, Mike.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
It's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
2nd and 9 at the 21-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
53's Mike.
I'm coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo!
He's X3. 218, chopper. Hit it.
Watch Mike.
Off play action. Bowman.
Outside coming. Outside coming.
Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
You better bring it. You better. Let's go.
On 3rd and 2. Bowman.
Rush in. Rush in.
Able to find Waller. That's complete.
Bowman's pass.
They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on third down.
First down.
Set. 60 or.
Watch twist. Watch twist. Watch twist. Twist.
Snap.
Operating from the gun. Bowman. Jones has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Fellas.
A Raider first down, 17 yards.
First down.
On that catch, he's already eclipsed 100 yards here in the first quarter. Charles, he's on pace for over 400.
And playing with great confidence, isn't he? I think he probably had it coming into the game, and now that he's really come out of the gate this strongly,
Let's go.
I'd like to be in the huddle with him right now. You know he's demanding the
Give me the
football.
ball.
And guess what? I'd throw it to him. He's having a fantastic game, and they haven't defended him yet.
60 Pittsburgh.
45.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here.
Shift.
Topper. Ready.
On first down, Bowman. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
We got trips over here.
Following the
Trips
pick
over here.
six,
There's
and they
overload.
have decent field position and throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack
13.
this drive.
And I
Tight
think
end to
all
the
you
right,
say
boys.
to your
Tight end to the
guy
right.
is, listen,
Move.
let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Hey, check 45. Check
From the gun,
45. Hey,
Bowman.
defense, let's go. Pick it up.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Von Miller make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. Darren Waller, the intended receiver.
Pick. That's our ball. Going the other way.
Intercepted.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
General West. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
After the turnover, here's Locke.
Wide. Get wide.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
He wasn't ready.
After one, a one-point game, 7-6.
Ready?
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Push him back.
Big grip.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey.
Check 43.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
We got this.
A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. You know they'd love nothing more than to get a 3 and out here after having the interception.
And it also tells you a little bit about how they feel about their leader, right? Their quarterback throws an interception in the previous series. They're trying to help him out here with a big stand.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Yeah, baby.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here we go.
They'll try to run with Lindsey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They'll try to run with Lindsey, and he's got to be frustrated, bottled up for the 3rd straight play. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. The kick by McManus is good. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Let's go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here, and sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Down.
Let's go.
10 Lobo.
We got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Go.
On 2nd down, it's Grant. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 3rd and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. 90 Wolf.
Take 4.
Hey, Charlie. Ready.
Back to throw. Bowman. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
They have a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time they got 40 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line. Second and a yard. Lock to throw on second down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To throw it is Lock, and that's caught by Smith. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Here's Lock to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Phillip Lindsay, the intended target. And now it's second down.
I know we're just in the second quarter and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's his second drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield on that last one before he brought it in. Lock gets this to Hamilton. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Again, it's Lock. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A big play there. 79 yards. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front.
It's your game, baby.
He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
On the ready.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101.
Tight
first down.
There you go.
Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
They go play action here on first down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Boom! That's how we do it.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Looking here for Smith downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working.
Hey, Zoo.
Let's go. Let's get this ball. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Bowman. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line.
Hey,
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Through 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
He's coming.
Here's Lindsey. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown.
Watch safety creeping.
Philip Lindsey as the first half is winding down. And the Broncos have once again taken the lead. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the second half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation where you try and get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at to start the second half.
Could be a big turnaround. This fielded at the 2. Now a hit and a loose football.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Come on, set.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Looking downfield for Jones. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
For Zay Jones, incomplete. Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Let's go.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
6-6. Pull it high.
Back. Switch.
Pilot, 64. Get it.
Throwing again. Bowman. Looking downfield for Jones. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these 2 teams as we come back for this second half. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Down.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
To throw again on 2nd down. Lock. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check. Recon, 132 fighter.
Hey, turn it up.
Hey, seam 6.
52, my 52. I'm coming after you.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for, but now it'll be third down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door. And
look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way in. Touchdown. Corey Grant, his 6th touchdown of the season. As his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. They'll go again with Lindsey. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 12.
Set. Come on, 60 outlaw.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Coming to you. Coming to you.
Now a play fake, and here's Locke. And the Raiders have got him. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula's not working right now.
60 Pittsburgh.
All day, just like that. Just like that.
Throwing on first down. Bowman. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Raider first.
Now, this is an example breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo.
You don't want no problem.
Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Yeah, he'll find Hall. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
47. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to
On
see
first down, Bowman.
You don't want it.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
He's got now Jones is hit. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Our ball.
Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. They fake the handoff, now Locke. He's got his tight end Fant. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
They brought in a heavy set on third down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one. Wound up hitting him for a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
52, Mike, 52.
Let's go heavy. Let's go heavy.
Play action. Now it's Locke.
Give me some. Give me some.
And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following 2 negative plays. Block now to throw. Complete. Smith has it. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And McManus able to put it through, and that'll bring him back within a point. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed.
Now a hit and a loose football.
All day.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. We come up here on 1st and 10. Here's Grant. Oh, no, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his crew will take off. At the 35-yard line. So we've got a challenge. Our referee's going to take another look on the tablet. He's going to be watching to see if the knee was down prior to the ball coming in.
I love what you just said there. You nailed it, because if the ball's shifting or moving before the knee or any other part of the body hits the ground, then that'll be considered a fumble.
45, Mike, 45. You ain't.
Well, now they'll try the end around.
Run.
Give them a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction, and when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
I'm on.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Von Miller in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Not here.
Hey, Alpha.
It's the mic. 47 is the mic.
Here we go, G.
Looking to throw. Bowman looking for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders.
That's it, baby. That's it.
In for the score.
That's 6, baby.
And the forced fumble
got it all
defensively
day up
leads
here.
to
We got it all
6
day.
points for the Raiders. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically, but a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
Yeah.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest game, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
He's got Smith here. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A 24-yard touchdown. As they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the fourth quarter. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
I'm coming.
Hey, Delta.
I'm coming.
Now.
54, right there. 54, Mike. Watch the run. They're running it.
Yes.
Mike 54. Watch QB draw.
Go.
QB draw.
Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4".
They're going to try and run for it. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. And the failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go. Get excited. Let's go.
At their own 28-yard line.
Ready.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
No gain, and it's second down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve, and that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's second and 10. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
Let's go, let's go!
And they'll let the fullback try and push the pile. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter.
So don't say nothing.
And he stopped immediately there. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter.
On the ready.
The mic, 45's the mic.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Hey, check Big River.
To throw on second
Lighten
down.
up.
Bowman.
Pull it together.
He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Two minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw. Bowman. This complete to Jones.
Come on, fellas.
Quick slant there. Gets him the first down. 6 yards on the play. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Hit it.
They will run with Grant. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Get him, boy. Get him,
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Check it out.
You're out. Hey. High 7.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking end zone for Jones. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Let's go.
It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Operating from the gun. Bowman. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. And now once again, they'll line up to go for 2. From the gun. Bowman. He's got it. And they will not go quietly as we are back to a 2-score game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go now.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
They have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball.